Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am the Read-Aloud teacher. The book we're reading today is one that I have been so excited to share with you guys. I found this book at the library and I just absolutely had to get my own copy of it. So I've been waiting for it to come in the mail and it finally did. I've done a series of these books on representation and how I'm a firm believer that representation matters and having multicultural resources in the classroom is so important. So here we go, the long-awaited read-aloud, The ABCs of Black History by Rio Cortez. History is not the past. It is the present. We carry our history with us. We are our history. James Baldwin. A is for anthem, a banner of song that wraps us in hope, lets us know we belong. We lift up our voices, lift them and sing. From stages and street corners, let freedom ring. Let us march on till victory is won. B is for beautiful. I'm talking about you. Your voice, your height, your hair, your hue. B is for brave, for bright, and for bold. For those who stood up, even when they were told to step back, stand down, and remember their place. B is for brotherhood, for believing in grace. C is for community, where we live, laugh, and eat. And for church, where we worship, mourn, sing, and meet. Did you ever hear of Reverend King preach on his dream of civil rights, human rights, and a powerful theme? D is for diaspora, pulled from homes. We were carried away in ships on the foam to Haiti, Cuba, America, and Brazil. Our names are different, new, but still we are connected, then, now, forevermore, to that long, faraway African shore. E is for explore, to study a place like Matthew Henson, the Arctic, Mo Jemison, space. E is for education, for expanding the mind, like Ruby Bridges, Linda Brown, the Little Rock Nine, the first Black children in all white schools. They opened the door and challenged the rules. F is for food, grown and farmed with our hands, worked and tilled and pulled from the land. For fried fish, for hamlocks, warm buttermilk bread, or maybe the taste of mustards instead. F is for folklore, by the night of the moon, for family, for freedom, for jumping the broom. G is for go. Towards cities we were bound, for the great migration from country to town, from farming the land to the factory floor. We carried the blues on our backs and not much more. H is for Harlem. Those big city streets. We walked, we danced to our own jazzy beat. When Lewis and Bessie and Duke owned the stage, and Langston and Zora Neale Hurston the page. I is for imagine, invent, innovative, for all the ways we are so creative. Alvin Ailey, Jean-Michel Basquiat, Gwendolyn Brooks, Madam C.J. Walker, George Washington Carver, and DJ Cool here. J is for Juneteenth. We were finally free, or so we hoped at this moment of glee. J is for Jouvert, when the drummers drum from Trinidad, Grenada, and Haiti they come. K is for kin, our fathers and mothers, our ancestors, elders, our sisters and brothers. K is for Kwanzaa, which honors that bond. Ask Habari Ghani how we might respond. L is for love. L is for love. L is always for love. M is for march, for lifting our feet, taking the movement, the cause to the street. Black lives matter. Every breath, every dream, every thought, each idea, each impossible scheme. The might of our message is easy to hear. The drumbeat of hope is louder than fear. N is for newspapers. We started our own to tell our stories and let it be known we deserved the front page. We deserved to be seen and to also be featured in slick magazines. O is for organize, for getting together to sit in and boycott to make our lives better. Thank you, Fred Hampton. Thank you, Diane Nash, for not being afraid of the possible clash with police and people who shouted and teased. Because of you, we can go where we please. P is for power. It's part of our core. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it must roar. Like a panther, isn't that right? Huey P. Power for people like you and me. And who do you think has more power than most? The president. Obama was the first to that post. But surely Chris Holm, unbossed and unbought, came so much closer than people thought a black woman could. Which just goes to show P is for possible. So glow on, child, glow. Q is for queens. Behold and bow down. Shield your eyes from the shine of their crowns. R is for rise, to reach for the top, relentlessly striving, refusing to stop. Like ball players, boxers, and gymnasts who fly, sprinters and skaters who zoomed right on old records, old thinking, a sight to behold, they went for the win and grabbed for the gold. S is for scientists who charted the stars, studied the bees, took care of our hearts. For Benjamin Banneker, Patricia Bath, for Katherine Johnson's beautiful math. S is for soul, how sweet the sound, from the croon of Sam Cooke to the wail of James Brown. Brother Ray on the keys, Sister Tharp dressed in mink, and Queen Aretha sang You Better Think. T is for Tuskegee, an all-black school where students learned trades and toiled with tools. That's how we will rise, said Boss Booker T, but another smart man just didn't agree. W.E.B. Du Bois said industry's fine, but I think it's better to work on your mind. They had different ideas, but here's what's true. In their own ways, they were thinking of you. U is for United States. The story is tough. The birth of a nation was deadly for us. We the people, in the land of the free, no one who was enslaved would agree. U is for unbroken, unshaken, unbound, like Harriet Tubman, who went underground, took back her freedom and freed hundreds more, some as a spy in the Great Civil War. But when the states were united again, the fight for our freedom and lives didn't end. So U is for unfinished. This American tale, with courage and strength, we will prevail. V is for vote. Do you know what that means? The freedom to pick and choose as you please. The freedom to choose who makes the rules, who has the power, who gets the tools to make their lives better. That's why we fight. The freedom to vote is a true civil right. W is for writers whose wisdom and words bring to life worlds where our voices are heard. Rappers and poets and songwriters too, all those who spin from our point of view. X is for Malcolm, Malik El-Shabazz, known also as Red Malcolm Little El-Hajj. By any means necessary, he insisted on change. Starting with X, he reclaimed his name. Y is for young, gifted, and black, like Lady Lorraine, who never looked back. She wrote of big dreams in rooms so small, it's hard to believe they were dreamed at all. Lorraine and her work moved Nina Simone so much that Nina made work of her own. Young, gifted, and black, a banner of song that wraps us in hope, lets us know we belong. Z is for zenith, the highest, the peak, the top of that mountain King said we would reach. He won't get there with us, but still we must march on, rising, rising, like the sun with the dawn. The end. I'd like to point out that there's a wonderful glossary of terms and figures for each of the things that were mentioned for every vocabulary word. This is going to be excellent for 3rd through 5th graders who are a little bit older and can read through and really understand how history was made by each of the people mentioned on the page in this excellent multicultural book. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the rest of our books in this amazing series on representation matters within the classroom. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back next time.